Okay, hello. This is a screencastify for our sight singing unit. Let me pull up the correct thing here today. There it is. So we're going to talk a little bit about sight singing. A few things that we need to kind of figure out to get to sight singing. Again, sight singing is the ability to be able to read a piece of music without ever having heard it before. Now, obviously, this is Twinkle Twinkle, so you could probably sing the melody if you get the first note, but we're going to show you the process because it's pretty easy. So the first thing is something that you're going to learn eventually, but for the moment, when we work on sight singing, I will give you the first note. So the first note is C, or and it is Do. So in this particular key, C will always be Do. So I'm going to write Do up here. So what I then do is I use my knowledge of steps, right? Just a reminder, let me write it on the side here. We have Do, goes to Re. Oh, let me write it the other way. I apologize. Do goes up to Re, goes up to Mi, goes up to Fa, goes up to So, La, Ti, and then Do. So, using that, I can see that these are the same note. So I would write Do, right? Nothing changes. But these are not the same note, so I'd have to figure it out. So looking at it here, let me see, it goes to that space, that line, that space, that line. Okay, so if I just work my way up here, Do, that space is Re, the line is Mi, Fa, So. So just by using my knowledge of solfege and knowing how I track my way up a staff, I can see, okay, so it's Do, Do, So, So. So So is that line right there, that second line. I'm only going up a step, so I only go up one. Right? We went up all the way to a fifth from Do to So, but I'm just going to go up a step or a second. So So goes to La. So I know these both are La. And then it goes back down to a So. So knowing that, I know it's Do, Do, So, So, La, La, So. So that's number one, right? So the first thing is get the solfege in there. The second thing is practice the rhythm. We know we're in 4/4, which means we have 4 beats. Chord note gets a beat, so each chord note is a beat. Each half note is 2 beats. So I'm going to clap that rhythm or speak it. 1, 2, here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. All right, hold up 2 beats. So second thing is rhythm. Solfege, then rhythm. I know how to speak it. Now I just need to know how to sing it. If this is C, this is Do, and you get to whatever So is, I can use different songs to get there. I know the sound. I already know what the interval sounds like, so I already can work on this because I am familiar with intervals. But if you're not familiar, Do to So is the same interval as the beginning of the Star Wars theme. The ba da 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 da. Those first 2 notes. Ba da. So this is the note. I know that this is So, Do, So. Also is the ba 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 bum 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 bum, right? Or happens to be the song. It is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, right? So we know what that interval is. So I can sing this opening. Do, Do, So, So. I know So, La, So, La. Do, Do, So, So, La, La, So. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Right? So using that process, I did the solfege. I did the rhythm. I kind of practiced out how the intervals sound, how to get to each note. And I practiced the phrase. I sight sang the phrase. So your task is going to be these 2 measures, to write in the solfege for these 2 measures. You're going to write them as an ed puzzle. So you'll write in the question, you'll write each note, right? So if they're all fa, there's 4 fas, and then 3 mi's will be fa, 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 mi, mi, mi. Right? I can tell you it's not that. There are a few more notes than that. But knowing that this is do, this is so, you can use your knowledge of steps to get where you need to go. So and go, right? So let's have that question start right about now. Okay, so hopefully this is what you got. So what we can see here is so is our second line. So when we go down, again, when we go down in pitch, we go down on our solfege scale. So we were at so on the line. We went down a step, we go down to fa, and everything else is in stepwise motion, meaning it works its way down. Fa, fa, mi, re, do. All right, so we have the same exact rhythmic pattern as the beginning, that da, 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 da. And we know if this is do, this is so, we see to get to fa. And we can do that two ways. We can either go a step down from so to fa, so fa, ba da, so fa. Or we can get our starting note from do. Do to fa, the song that you can use to remember do to fa is the wedding song. So the da, 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 here comes the bride. That's the song, not the wedding song. Here comes the bride, all dressed in white. So that first, here comes do fa. So this is my fa. So I'm just going down the scale. So fa, fa, mi, re, do. So I'll read this whole thing. 1, 2, it's got our starting note. 1, 2, here we go. Do, do, so. Actually, I'm going to have you sing with me. And you're at home right now. Please sing with me. Just solfege. 1, 2, here we go. Do, do, so, la, so. Fa, fa, mi, re, do. Good. We're going to see how that applies to a harder piece. So, this is the piece Loch Lomond. It's being sung by our tenors and basses. And I'm going to show you, without getting too much in the rhythm is a little more complicated, but I'm just going to show you how we do this opening little section here. So, this piece, our key has changed. So you don't necessarily know our key, you don't know how to find a key signature yet, that's okay. I'm going to tell you that our key is F. So our F is right, I'm zooming around a little bit. Our F is right here. So this is our do. And I can't write on this. Why can I not write on this? Okay, I fixed it, I believe. So this is looking in Schoology. So hopefully this works. So I told you again, our key is F, which means that's our first space. Again, it's treble clef, so F-A-C-E. So that means that F is do. So anytime I see F, I can write a do. And I'll just show you this first tiny little phrase here. So knowing that, I have to figure out what this note is here. So it means I have to go down. Again, remembering we have our do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, and do. So I got to go down to 1, 2, 3. 3 notes. So I was at do. Let me put it up here, do. So I have to go down 3 notes. So let me see here. Oh, 4 notes. I apologize. Wait, ready? 1, 2, 3. No, I have to go down 4. I have to go down a fourth. Excuse me. So you have to go down three half steps, or 3 steps, I should say. So do goes to this line, which is T, goes to this space, which is La. So I know that this is La, and I know that then this is so. Because it goes so, La, and then it goes from a space to a space, which means to skip. So it would be do. We skip over T. T is on that line. So la, do. Do, I go up a step, that'd be re. Up another step, mi. Up another, or down a step, re. Down a step to do. Up a step to re. Up, or same note, re. I go, and then I go to down a step to do. and then this particular portion of the phrase ends on do, ti, ends on la. So if I know this is do, I just need to go down the scale. Do, ti, la, so. Or if I do do, mi, do, so, do. So it's so. So I need so, la. So, la, again, that whole step. So, la. And I need la to do. So skip over la, ti, do. So I know it's so, la, do. So, la, do. I need do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. And I think I have the rest of this piece. So now it's just the rhythm, which I'm not going to teach you because it's a little more complicated. So we have so, la, do, re, mi. Re, do, la. So, la, do, re, mi. Re, do, la. By on bonny banks and by on bonny braes. So I can easily pick up a song that I don't know. Right? I didn't know the solfege before this. And if I know that, and I know how these intervals interact, I then can read a piece of music. Right? So for us, we need to follow a few different steps to get to where we want to be able to do what I'm doing right now. There are a few steps that we need to get to. The first is that we need to be able to write in solfege. With that, we need to know how to read a key signature so we know what's do. We need to know how the scale works. Then we need to be able to read the rhythm. That means we need to read a time signature, and we need more rhythm practice. Finally, we need to be able to sight sing, so we need to be able to understand the difference between intervals, and then we need to be able to understand the difference between solfege pitches. So you can see there are a few things you guys already know. You guys already know how to read notes, right? So right now we just need to figure out how to read a key signature and a scale, and your note reading stuff will be complete. So you guys have already done quite a bit. You guys know what a time signature is. Now we just need to really get into rhythm practice so we can read different rhythms that aren't just quarters and eighth notes. And then finally, we need to focus on intervals. You guys have learned generic intervals. Next, we're going to learn specific intervals, which will give you a little bit more of an understanding. So I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.